Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Lecture Notes. So today I'll be explaining a poem, an introduction, which is written by Kamla Das. So first of all, I would like to give a short description about the poet Kamla Das, who was born with the name of Kamla Suraya and has a pen name Madhavi Kutti. Kamla Das is an autobiographical and confessional poet. In this type of poetry, she deals with mental and physical experience of life. And similar is this poem, An Introduction, which is a confessional poem where she tells that how a woman faces gender discrimination and how she needs to take a voice against it. So, moving on towards the lines, I don't know politics, but I know the names of those in power and can repeat them like days of week or names of month, beginning with Nehru. So Kamla Das starts the poem abruptly by saying that I don't understand politics in depth, but I know the highlights so well that they are like days of week which one cannot forget easily, and secondly they are on fingertips. This also shows how politics and power were in few hands, where it was so much dominated by men that women held no place. So clearly, she says that I have a somewhat knowledge about politics because it is very much prominent in this world. But how, when she names, she begins with the name of a man, and she says that how this world of politics, which symbolizes the power, is only held by men, where a woman holds no place. Then she says, I'm an Indian. She's giving her introduction. She's saying, I'm Indian, very brown, born in Malabar. I speak three languages, write in two, dreams in one. Then she introduces herself first and foremost, saying that she is an Indian, indirectly shredding away all the discrimination over gender, region, religion, etc. She says, like every other Indian, I am brown. Then establishes that she knows three languages, trying to establish that she's no less of a man in terms of education. She also knows, speak, and write as many languages as a man can do. But then she says that she dreams in one. It is little ambiguous and it is not clear that in which particular one language she dreams of, whether it is the English language in which she writes or whether it is the mother tongue, that is Malayalam. In the next paragraph, she will tell that the people criticize her for writing in English. So she says that the last line of this dream in one may be interpreted as people may try to control over the language she uses to write poem, but they can never control her passion, aspiration, and creativity. Therefore, she says she dreams in one, that she people cannot control her thinking process. She can think in any language that she wants to. And similarly, in the next paragraph, she establishes that she not only can think, she can also read, write in any language that she wants to. Don't write in English, they said. English is not your mother tongue. Why not leave me alone? Critics, friends, visiting cousins, every one of you. Why not let me speak in any language I like? The language I speak becomes mine, its distortions, its queerness, all mine, mine alone. In this paragraph, she is establishing that the people, whether they are close friends or whether they are the strangers, that leave me alone and I am the one who will choose that what I have to do. So here she says that at that times she was doubly marginalized, being a woman, writing her views, and that too in English, because English was seen as a colonizer's language. Because at that point of time, writing in English was seen as writing in colonizer's language. And the fellow writers were only writing about the glorification of India, and that too in Hindi or their mother tongue. As a result, her close ones as well as strangers used to criticize her. But she argues and gives a reason that language is a common property, and when she uses that language, it becomes her. She says that when she is using that language, it's distortions and queerness that all the odd thing or whether the good thing of the language, it is all hers now. but she was not the one who, she clearly establishes the fact that she is not the one who would stop writing after listening to people. She turned out to be someone who took a stand that she can read, write, speak in whatever language she wants to. uh, and then she tries to establish that all mine alone, that whatever work she is writing, it is her byproduct. Whatever she reads, writes in her are her own byproduct. It is half English, half Indian. Funny perhaps, but it is honest. It is as human as I am human, don't you see? So Kamla Das adds that the language she speaks or writes has become her identity, since it expresses her emotions like joys and sorrows. She says that if I am a human, similarly my poetry is also a human. She has personified her poetry by saying it as human, that she is only expressing her emotions in one of the languages. It voices my joys, my longings, my hopes, and it is useful to me as cawing is to crows or roaring to the loins. Like we all know, like the crows caw naturally, and it is indispensable to them because they are known for it. Like the loins are known for the roar. Similarly, she says that the English words come naturally to her, and when she writes, she wants to be known for it. Then she says that in human speech, the speech of mind that is here and not there, a mind that sees and hears and is aware, not the deaf, blind speech of trees in storm, or of monsoon clouds, or of rains, or the incoherent muttering of a blazing funeral pyre. She clarifies that, uh, she says that her language is simple and understandable to human who has a mind. It is not like a sound of environment specifying that when the animals make an afraid sound when the clouds blaze, or a sound of funeral pyre which a human cannot understand. So she is clarifying that a person who has a mind will clearly understand what I write and what I mean by it. I was a child, and later they told me. I grew, for I became tall, my limbs swelled, and one or two places sprouted here. So clearly, she's mentioning that how she turned from a child to a woman, specifically talking about her puberty, when a two or three hairs sprouted and her limbs grew. So these lines clearly tell her physical growth and her puberty led her to marriage, and how mental and social growth were not accountable for this decision. So she says, when asked for love, not knowing what else to ask, for he drew a youth of 16 into the bedroom and closed the door. He did not beat me, but my sad woman body felt so beaten. The weight of my breast and womb crushed me. So she tells her personal life where at the age of 16 she got married. When she was asking for love, she all she got was pain. She clarifies that her husband did not beat her, but how she was not ready for a sexual encounter. So she says that how a woman is only married on the basis of her age or on her looks. Whether it is her mental growth is not accountable. It is not seen that if she is ready for the marriage or not. And this is the same thing that happened with her. And the last line, specifically, the weight of my breast and womb crushed me. She felt that how female organs suppressed everything in her life, how woman is objectified by men and sees them as something to quench the thirst of lust for them. So, how her husband saw her with not with love but with lust, and what she was asking was only for love because she felt so much lonely in the relationship. Moving to the next line. Then I wore a shirt and my brother's trousers, cut my hair short and ignored my womanliness. Dress in saris, be a girl, be wife, they said. So she defies the gender roles set by patriarchy by cutting her hair short and wearing her brother's short. because she could see that men could do everything and she wanted to imitate men. This is the reason that she tried to do everything that her brother was doing, whether it was wearing the same, having the same dressing sense. But the people said, dress in sari, be a girl, be a wife, be embroider, be cook, be a quarter with servants, fit in. Oh, belong, cried the categorizers. Don't sit on walls or peep in through our lace draped windows. Be Amy or be Kamala, or better, be still Madhavi Kutti. It is time to choose a name, a role. So she says, in these few lines, she says that there are only few roles, and they have been so much stereotyped to women that they can only be a cook or a caller with servants, that they don't have a professional life, they are not given a professional life. That then there she tries to show that there were a strict imposition of rules, how a woman can dress, talk, cry, sit, and what all activities she can indulge in, as well as how to completely control on emotions, that how she is not given the freedom to laugh out loud, neither to cry out loud, how she has to maintain a complete dignity of a woman that has been stereotyped. She is not able to sit wide legged open, which is almost stereotypical, that how a woman is able should how a woman should present herself. Then she says, it's time to choose a name, a role. Don't play pretending games. Pretending games here refer to the first three lines where she cut her hair short and wear brothers' trousers. That this is only a game and this is not reality. That you can't be equated to a man in a real life. Don't play a schizophrenia or be a nympho. Don't cry embarrassing loud when jittered in love. So she says that uh, the people used to say her acting as a male and not following the guidelines of female, she was going away from reality. And schizophrenia and info is a mental disorder, and whoever people, basically women, whoever women tried to be equal to men was seen as someone who has a mental disorder. So the people used to say or advised her that don't try to equate yourself with men, because that is not reality. Be a woman, be and fit into these stereotypical roles that have been given to you. I met a man, loved him. Call him not by any name. He is every man who wants a woman, just as I am very woman who seeks love. So, in the first line, she says, call him not by any name, that how she's devoiding him of an identity, and identity symbolizes the power. So, here a woman is devoiding a man of power. She says that he is like an every man who wants sexual pleasure from a woman. Just as I am very woman who seeks love, in him the hungry haste of rivers, in me the ocean's tireless waiting. So here she compares a man to a hungry haste of river and a woman to ocean, who after knowing that her man is using her still waits for her like tireless ocean. So she says that a man is like a hungry haste of river, that he can do anything impatiently, while a woman is taught to be like an ocean stylist, like she's taught to be patient, that whatever happens you need to have patience, whatever wrong is happening with you, you need not fight, you need to have patience for it. Who are you? I ask each and everyone. The answer it is I. Anywhere and everywhere, I see the one who calls himself I. In this world, he is tightly packed like the sword in his shelf. It is I who drink lonely drinks at 12 midnight in hotels of strange towns. So here I here symbolizes the male ego, which makes a man feel that he can do whatever he wants, and because of that he can sit and drink whenever he wants and whatever times he likes. So this is she's talking that how a man is free to do whatever he wants, whether it is sitting any sitting at any place at any odd time. On the other hand, women are not allowed to enjoy the same freedom. It is I who laugh. It is I who make laugh and then feel shame. It is I who lie dying with a rifle in my throat. I am a sinner. I am a saint. I am beloved and the betrayed. I have no joys that are not yours, no aches which are not yours. I too shall call myself I. So in this paragraph, I is referred to Madhavi Kutti or the general woman. She has made the I generalized that it is also for male and it is also for female. So in the end there is a role reversal where she also associates with I and says that there is no difference between a man and her. So she is asserting her identity in male dominated society, but she also questions the society that women are called I and then also devoid of the same basic privileges that men have from birth. And she also questions the society by saying that why a woman has to face all the restrictions. So clearly, the last paragraph shows how gender inequality is rooted, and women need to raise voice against it because she is no less. From the first paragraph itself, Kamla Das establishes that how woman has been of woman has been facing gender inequality, and in the last paragraph she says that how the women need to raise a voice against it and how men and women are both equal. So thank you for watching this video and do like and subscribe my channel, and if you want us to make a video on any other topic, please do comment in the comment box.